Hi, it's Billy with Modern Law, and this is one of my attorneys, Darren Colburn. Say hi.
Hi, greetings.
So we were just talking about Valentine's Day and about divorce and kids and dads and divorce and how sometimes how great it can be for kids for their relationship with their dads when their parents get divorced. So tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so I have a lot of clients who are concerned because um, the father, for example, hasn't had a very involved role in the children's life, and so they're concerned about how that's going to go. That was definitely my experience when my parents got divorced. And Dad, if you're watching this, I love you,
So
but
you were concerned?
no.
Your
my
mom
my
was
mom was
concerned.
concerned,
Okay.
and the reason I was like 6 years old, and
Sure.
that's another thing to remember is like kids are kids, they're not adults, so they live in a different universe. But at the time, my dad was working for a big firm, and he was always gone, to the point where when he did come home and we spent time with him, my brother and I were like, "Oh, Dad's babysitting us," and that's like literally how it felt. So as you can imagine, my mom definitely had concerns because she was the primary caregiver. She was a stay-at-home mom, and this was a complete transition to like sending us over to our dad's apartment, which he had just rented, to stay overnight and like feed and clothe us and do all those things that he had never traditionally done. Right, it's a scary thing, but for us, it was awesome because it was an adventure. And what I was telling Billy about was this. He did all kinds of weird kind of quirks. This may horrify some of you, but he would always make scrambled eggs for us in the morning before school, and he would always put milk in it. Well, one day he was out of milk, and so decided, okay, well, I'll use some ice cream. Well, we didn't have any vanilla ice cream, so as a substitute for milk, my dad used rainbow sherbet ice cream in the scrambled eggs, and uh, to you mothers out there, and maybe some fathers who have some culinary aptitude, that probably doesn't sound appeasing.
No.
But to an 8-year-old,
Was it good?
No, it wasn't good, but it looked cool.
Yeah.
And again, in that 8-year-old mindset, it was like an adventure. I think we both went home from school sick that day.
But you remember it, and you remember
Oh
this
yeah,
as a good interaction with your dad.
it was an adventure, and it was it's an opportunity to develop a new bond.
Yeah.
Times of transition can be difficult, but they can also be exciting. And what I always tell people, from my own experiences, there were a lot of ups and downs, but I always felt loved by my parents. So that is what I tell my clients to do: is just love your kids, and they'll be okay.
So is it fair to say that the quality of your relationship with your dad went up after your parents got divorced?
Oh, 100%, because he was never involved, and I actually started. So, I mean, there were speed bumps like the rainbow sherbet, but we actually developed a relationship, and it was a totally different relationship than with your mom, or with my mom, and that's great too.
And so now, how would you describe your relationship with both of your parents?
Great. I mean, my mom, you've met her. She's like almost a cartoon. She's a character, and for a long time, she has a lot of quirks as well. For a long time, they were more irritating, but I've learned to just really appreciate that because she's very unique and she has a lot of love for me and my brother. She would ask you, first of all, she'd tell you I'm the best damn attorney in Arizona, probably in the country. Which
you
is
are pretty darn good, Darren.
but not that good. I'm not that good. And she would probably tell you that I should run for president. All this, I have no political aspirations or anything, but she's a believer in me and my brother, and she will tell you with a straight face that she's not biased, but she is. She would probably lie for me under oath. Which
we won't do that then.
Yeah, we don't do here, but we'll have to edit that out. I don't know if you edit.
Not editing.
Anyway, we don't edit here. We don't. Anyway, I'm a humorous guy. Anyway, but with my dad, more recently, actually, him working at the firm, it's been an even greater evolution of the relationship because I've gotten to know him as a colleague as well because he's also an attorney. He started working here. I think he's coming up on a year in March.
Oh my gosh,
so
he's so great.
It's been fantastic.
Fantastic.
And for a while, because of his living situation, we were carpooling because he lived kind of further north, and I live in Central Phoenix, so we were carpool at work, and driving to work every day was fun. Getting to share work experiences, and he asked for my opinion sometimes, which is crazy because he taught me everything I know. And then also getting just to know him as an adult, as a human being, without that kind of hierarchy of parent-child, but still with respect,
Yeah.
obviously.
I just think that Darren's perspective is really cool, and that we should, as much as we possibly can, if we're going through a divorce, you have to embrace any positive that you can get out of it, because divorce is hard.
Yes.
But you can embrace the fact that you can have a better relationship with your kids, and that they can have a better relationship with both of their parents than they would have otherwise, which I think is pretty darn cool. Yep. Thank you so much, and we'll talk soon.